Okay, we are on the record. The time is 10:13 a.m. The date is June 12th, 2020. I'm about to let Jose. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I don't think he's able to hear me.
He needs to probably call and use
Number for me.
assistant. I can call him.
I'll send you.
Okay, I'll call him.
Let me call Roger Herrera. Mr. Herrera, can you hear me? Can you hear me? No one's able to hear me.
No one? He's picking up your voice on the mic, right?
I don't know. I'm not muted. I'm not muted. It's, it's picking me up.
Because I can just watch. Hello, what's that? This is Honey. I'm calling with the Robstown Municipal Court. I know you're connected to Zoom. Were you able to call in using audio? That way we can hear you? And then you can hear us? Yes, whenever you connect to Zoom, it'll prompt you. It'll give you like a list and it says call in using audio or internet. Call using internet.
Mr. Villa?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Being patient. Court calls number 2003-001118, State of Texas versus Christopher Villa. Mr. Villa, can you please raise your right hand?
Sir.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Is that correct? Okay, you can put your hand down, Mr. Villa. Mr. Villa, you are charged with the 2020 in Robstown, U.S. County, Texas. Are you aware of that charge?
What was that again, sir?
Are you aware of the charge?
What was the charge again?
You are charged with public intoxication.
Oh, yes,
Public
sir.
intoxication.
Yes, sir.
You're aware of it? You understand it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to let you know, before I ask you for your plea, I'm going to let you know some rights that you have. Okay?
Yes, sir.
These are class misdemeanors to you because there is no chance of jail time in these cases, but an attorney could help you understand the law, could help you understand procedure, and can help you make decisions regarding your case. If you choose to move forward without a lawyer, I'll have no choice but to hold you to the same standard as if you were an attorney. You have the right to have a jury determine your guilt or innocence. You can waive your right to a trial by jury, and you can have a trial before the court, which is me. You also have the Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You do not have to testify in your case against yourself. It is the state's burden to prove their case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. As you sit there today, you are presumed of proven guilty. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So when I ask you how do you plead, you have three choices. Okay. You can plead not guilty. A plea of guilty or no contest will have the same effect in that the court will find you guilty. Okay.
Yes,
if
sir.
you plead not guilty, you will then be set for a pre-trial where you will have an opportunity to speak to a prosecutor regarding your case. If you're unable to resolve your case with the prosecutor, where you will be able to present witnesses, or the state will have an opportunity to present witnesses. Either way, the state has to prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, as to the charge of public intoxication on or about March 13, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
I plead guilty.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
I plead guilty.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Today's the 12th. Okay. Mr. V, defendant pleads guilty. The court will accept your plea of guilty. But I'm going to set aside a finding of guilt. I'm going to place you on what's called pretrial disposition. Okay. This is a type of probation. You don't have to report to a probation officer. But if you do everything I ask you to do within the time I ask you to do it, the case will get dismissed. Do you understand
Yes,
this?
sir.
Okay. So it's going to be pretrial disposition. It's going to be for 90 days. It's going to be a fine of, do you have a job, Mr. Villa?
No, sir.
Okay, the fine normally is $230, okay?
Yes,
But
sir.
I'm going to lower that fine to $100,
So how much, sir?
okay? The
What
fine
was
is
the
going to be
price, Lord?
$100.
Okay.
It went from
Yes, sir.
230 to 100.
Right. Thank you.
Court costs are going to be $81. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that's a total of $181.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. It was a total of $181. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah. When can you pay that?
What was that, sir? It's staticky.
When can you pay the $181?
Maybe in 2 weeks.
I'm going to give you 30 days. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And there's paperwork you need to sign off on. We're going to send it to you by mail. And
Okay.
you need to bring it back to the court. Okay. Okay.
And I take it back in person?
Yeah, you can bring it back in person. And there's some phones out front, and the girls will pick it up from you. Okay. Or you can mail it back, whatever you feel comfortable doing.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay. And we'll have somebody call you here and explain it to you in a little bit. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Roger. What's his name? I think he just. Put it back in the waiting room. Let's try to get. Can you hear me now?
Yes, Your Honor.
He's still not able to hear me. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, court calls caused. How old are you, Mr.
18 years old, Your Honor.
Vidal? How old are you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Court calls cause number 2005-001-463 and 2005-001. Mr. Vidal, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to let you know about some rights that you have. Okay. These are
Yes,
all
Your
Class C. The fines do not exceed $500 normally.
Your Honor, you're cutting off, Your Honor.
You have the right to have a jury determine your guilt or innocence. You can waive your right Excuse me?
Your Honor, you're cutting off, Your Honor.
He's freezing up on me. I think it's the Wi-Fi. Can you hear me now, Jose?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I was telling you about some rights that you have. You have the right to an attorney. You can waive your right to an attorney, but an attorney could help you understand the law, could help you understand procedure, and can help you make decisions regarding your case. You have the right to remain silent. You don't have to testify in your case against yourself. It is the state's burden to prove their case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. As you said, guilty. Do you understand these rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You are charged in 2 offenses. The first is failure to control speed. Alleged to have occurred on or about May 12, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. The second is an improper turn alleged to have occurred on the same day. Do you understand what you're being charged with?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. As to the first charge of failing to control speed on or about May 12, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, you plead.
I plead guilty, yes, sir.
3 choices: guilty,
Okay.
not guilty. Excuse me?
You're cutting off, Your Honor.
Okay. I was explaining your choices. Okay. You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest.
I will plead in the failure to control speed. I will plead myself no content for the reason that since I was in the right lane, the lady that basically she went in my lane, you know, even though in her vehicle she has like the lane departure sensor on her vehicle, she still went in. I honked on her 3 times, and that's eventually what caused me to hit her vehicle.
Okay, hold on, Mr. Villar. So on the failure to control speed, you're pleading no contest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, now we're gonna go to the second one, okay? On the
Yes, Your Honor.
on the improper turn. As to that charge, how do you plead?
I plead guilty, Your Honor.
The court will accept your plea of no contest on the first charge and your plea of guilty on the second charge. Mr. Villar, have you taken a driving safety course in the past year?
No, Your Honor.
Is that something you're interested in?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so for the failure to control speed, I'm gonna place you, I'm gonna offer you the driving safety course program.
Okay.
That's a 30-day program. I mean, that's a
30-day program.
No, it's a 90-day program.
Okay.
You have to play, well, it's usually today, but do you have a way to pay? The charge for this is how much money? 160? 160? The charge is $160 for this program. It has to be today. You can do that over the phone. You pay the $160. You have to do a driving safety course. You can do it online or in person.
Okay.
At the end of the 90 days, you have to present proof to the court that you took the course. That's going to be a certificate. You have to present a copy of your driving record from DPS and proof that you had insurance during this 90-day period, and then the case will get dismissed.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. On the second one, I can only do the driving safety course on one charge, okay? On
Yes,
the
Your Honor.
charge, I'm gonna do what's called deferred disposition. And it'll also be for 90 days. And the fine on that is $109.90. Costs are $134 for a total of $243.90. But you're gonna have 90 days to pay that off.
Okay, 90 days.
Okay. And I
So,
don't have my days on
so
here.
we're gonna, Your Honor, so we're gonna pay, I have to pay 109 for the second citation, Your Honor, right?
On the second citation, you're gonna pay a total $243.90.
243.90.
And
Okay.
that's gonna be due by September 10th.
September. Okay, Your Honor, now can I go ahead and explain my situation?
Well, at this point, I've already issued a judgment. I mean, I'll allow you to talk, but for you to want me to consider the facts of a case, that's usually at a trial. But go ahead and explain your situation. Right now is your time.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Basically, right now, my mother is a single mother. Eventually, she's just working a little bit of hours. She's just getting paid 30 hours, and that's about it. She's a single mother, and basically, she had to pay, you know, the cost of the the incident parts of the vehicle that her boss lent her. So right now, I'm trying to find a job to be able to, you know, pay the citations, and I've applied everywhere. Nobody has called me in due to this pandemic down here in Laredo, Texas. And I have been calling to get updates regarding my applications. Nobody has answered my question. They say they're gonna call me, and they haven't called me at all. I don't have a job at all, and I'm a student, Your Honor.
Okay, so with regards to the $160 that has to be paid today, you don't have the $160?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay, then we can't do that program because by law, on that program, it has to be paid the day of. But I can place you, what I'll do on that one is place you on 90 days, also deferred disposition, okay?
Okay.
And the fine on that is normally $195.90. I'm going to take your situation into consideration, and I'm going to lower that to $50.
Okay.
The cost I cannot do anything about. The cost will be $150 for a total of $200. That will be due also September 10th, 2020. Okay,
so it's going to
now
be September 10.
2020. Now, let me tell you something.
Yes, Your Honor.
If you find where you cannot pay this, you can call the court and we will send you an application. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that application, you fill it out, and there's different things I can do. I can have you do community service. Okay. Instead of paying the fines and court costs. Okay.
Okay.
Can put you on a payment plan after that. Okay. So there's a number of things I can do, but right now this is the judgment. But if you find that you cannot pay that, then you call the court. They will mail you or email you application. We'll get it back. We'll have another little hearing like this, and then I can go on community service or on a payment plan. Okay.
Payment plan. Okay. So just to be clear, on the first charge, Your Honor, the first citation is gonna be, what was the total? My bad. I did not get to understand the total.
It's a total. It's a total of $200.
$200 on the first one.
Okay. It would have been $345.90. Okay.
Yes, Your
Honor. And on the second one, the total is, what's the total? Do you know? $243.90.
$243.90. Okay, Your Honor.
Okay. So
Yes, sir.
with regards to, someone's going to call you here in a little bit because we have to mail you some paperwork regarding your plea and let you know how to get it back to us. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Have a nice day. God bless.
You too.
Thank you.
Okay. You know what we're doing with that, Marisa? Yeah. You're like, I did not miss this. Okay. Let me see who's here. Who's been here longer? Roger. Can you hear me now? I don't think Roger still can't hear me. Someone's going to call you. Just wait. This is Mr. Quinones.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Quinones. We're here on an arraignment. I'm going to call your case. Court calls cause number 2003-001113, State of Texas versus Daniel Quinones. Mr. Quinones, I'm going to first admonish you regarding certain rights that you have. Okay.
Okay.
Number one, what you're being charged with is an assault by contact family violence. So if there is a plea of guilty or if you are found guilty, there's consequences to that. And hold on real quick. I want to make sure I tell you the right thing. I'll tell you those in a minute.
Okay.
This is a Class C misdemeanor. The fine normally does not exceed $500. You have the right to have a jury determine your guilt or innocence. You can waive your right to a trial by jury. You can have a trial before the court, which is me. You have the right to have a lawyer represent you. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will not be appointed to you because there is no chance of jail time in this case. But an attorney could help you understand the law, can help you make decisions, could help you understand procedure regarding your case.
Okay.
You also have the right to remain silent. You do not have to testify in your case against yourself. It is the state's burden to prove each and every element of your case beyond a reasonable doubt. If you choose not to testify, it will not be held against you, okay? If you sit there today, you are presumed innocent until proven guilty. You understand this right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's also certain pleas on certain cases can affect you differently. On this particular case, it's a family violence case. And you bear with me. Okay, here we go. If you are convicted of a misdemeanor offense involving violence where you are or you were a spouse, intimate partner, parent, or guardian of the victim, or you were involved in another similar relationship with the victim, it may be unlawful for you to possess or purchase a firearm, including a handgun or long gun or ammunition pursuant to federal law, 18 USC section 922G9, section 6.04B this penal code. Questions whether these laws make it illegal for you to possess or purchase a firearm, you should consult an attorney. You understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In a minute, I'm gonna know what you're being charged with, and I'm gonna ask you how do you plead. You're gonna have three choices. You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. A plea of guilty or no contest have the same effect as pleading guilty because I'm gonna find you guilty. All no contest means is that you're telling the court you're not saying you did it, you're not saying you didn't do it, but the court will still find you guilty. Do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you plead not guilty, you will be then notified by mail of another date where you will have an opportunity to speak to a prosecutor regarding your case. The prosecutor is the one who has the ability to look at your case. He can talk to you about any facts that you want to talk about, and he can enter into a plea bargain agreement, or if the case isn't warranted, he has the ability to dismiss the case. If you are unable to come to an agreement with the prosecutor, you will then be set for a trial where we will hear the facts of the case, either in front of a jury or in front of the judge. Do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
As to the charge of assault by contact, family violence, alleged to have occurred on or about March 5th, 2020, against the victim, whose name is Mercedes It looks like the last name is Crut. Cruz, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. Once again, alleged to have occurred on March 5th, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. Are you aware of this charge?
Yes.
And do you understand it?
Yes, sir.
As to the charge of assault by contact, family violence, alleged to have occurred on March 5th, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas. As to that charge, how do you plead?
No contest.
Today's the 12th, right? Does he have any other priors in here? Okay, Mr. Quinones, I've read the report. Do you still have a relationship with Ms. Cruz?
Yes, sir.
Y'all actually have a child together, correct?
Yes, sir.
So she's going to be in your life, child's in your life, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Quinones, you realize you cannot put your hands on her. You understand that?
Of course, yes, sir.
Okay. And, you know, this is a class C misdemeanor right now, but it could be a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to place you on deferred disposition. Okay. I'm going to give you
Okay.
if you do everything I ask you to do, you won't have a conviction. Okay.
Okay.
But if you don't, you're going to have a conviction for family violence, and that is a big deal. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Placing you on 90 days deferred disposition. It's going to be a fine of $215 and costs of $76 for a total of $291.
Okay.
When can you pay this?
I today I can. How do I do that? Do I have to make like a money order or pay online?
We're going to have one of the clerks call you, and she will tell you how to do it. Okay.
Okay.
I'm actually going to give you till Monday. That way that gives us a little time to get it all situated.
Okay.
So that's going to be by June 14th, 15th, June 15th.
Okay.
You also have to do an anger management class. You can do that online, 4 hours.
Okay.
And the clerks will let you know how to do that, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Quinones, good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay, who's the one that called right now? Is he the one that called? Does he think we can hear him now? It's on him because we hear everybody else.
Okay, Mr. Herrera. Okay, the judge is trying to connect with you right now. Yes, we need your video on.
Here he comes.
Okay, can you hear the judge?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. We got it now, Mr. Herrera. Okay, Mr. Herrera, court calls number 2003-001124, State of Texas versus Roger Herrera. You are Roger Herrera?
Say again, sir?
Are you Roger Herrera?
I can't hear you. Can you? You can hear me though, right?
I can hear you.
You sound far, far away. Like I hear.
I don't know what else to do. My mic is up all the way. Okay, if I talk like this, is that better?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me now? He's off. Okay. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you very far away. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm going to try to speak up, okay?
Yeah. I just wanted to plead no contest and see about the perverted adjudication.
You know what, let's try to. Yeah.
I'm not.
I'm going to mute you. I'm going to mute you, Mr. Herrera, and we're going to call you and have the voice on the phone, okay?
Okay.
Your phone should be ringing.
Okay, I'm gonna put you on speaker with the judge. Okay, thank you, ma'am. You're welcome.
Okay, Mr. Herrera.
Sorry about that, sir.
No, that's okay. We're gonna do it like this, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Herrera. So I've called your case number 2003-001124.
Yes, sir.
Can you please raise your right hand?
Yes, sir.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Herrera. I'm gonna let you know some rights that you have, okay?
Yes, sir.
You have the right to have a jury determine your guilt or innocence. You can waive your right to a trial by jury, and you can have a trial before the court, which is me. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will not be appointed to you because there is no chance of jail time in these cases. However, a lawyer can help you understand the law, can help you make decisions, and can help you understand procedure. If you choose to go forward without a lawyer, I have no choice but to hold you to the same standard as if you were an attorney. You understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, these are all Class C misdemeanors with the fines that normally do not exceed $500. You also have the right to remain silent. You don't have to testify in your case against yourself. It's the state's burden to prove their case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. As you sit there today, you are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Do you understand these rights?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's important to note that some of these cases, if you plead not guilty or no contest, there could be effects beyond this courtroom as far as surcharges with the state of Texas. If your case is one of those, I would suggest you contact a lawyer to find that out because I'm not able to tell you that.
Yes, sir.
But just know that there may be consequences beyond this courtroom on certain cases. You have three choices. When I ask you, how do you plead? You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. If you plead guilty or no contest, it's going to have the same effect in that I'm going to find you guilty. When you plead no contest, all you're telling the court is that you're not saying you did it. You're not saying you didn't do it. You're just not contesting the charges. Do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. As to the charge of disorderly conduct alleged to have occurred on or about March 14, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, where you are accused of fighting at the Robstown Regional Fairgrounds or the Richard M. Borchert Regional Fairgrounds.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of those charges?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand them?
Yes, sir.
As to those charges, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
The court will accept your plea of no contest. I'm going to place you on 90 days deferred adjudication, or what's called deferred disposition, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. It's going to be a fine of $140 and costs of $81 for a total of $221.
21.
When can you pay this?
Is that something I can pay online or over the phone, or I have to take it in money order?
Yeah, what's going to happen, once we hang up, one of the clerks is going to call you and she'll tell you how to do it. You can do it online. You can do it over the phone, but she'll tell you how to do it. Okay.
Okay. I'll get it paid today, sir.
Okay. All right. So just don't get in trouble in 90 days, get this fine and cost paid off, and the case will get dismissed. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. already did. I just did that. So what I've been telling all these people is we're gonna call them after.
Okay. So what is number I use?
Yeah. So I'm doing Brittany Flores right now.
It's like you and I over there. We talked about.
Ms. Flores, can you hear me? Can you hear me? She can't hear me. I want to call her.
Oh, okay. I can hear
Okay.
you.
Okay. Now you can hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Court calls cause number 20040012229. State of Texas versus Brittany Nicole Flores. Ms. Flores, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. You are Brittany Nicole Flores?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Flores. You're here today on an arraignment or what's called an initial appearance. That means you're appearing to, before the court for the first time to answer to your charges. The cases in this court are Class C misdemeanors. The fines normally do not exceed $500. You have the right to have a jury determine your guilt or innocence. You can waive your right to a trial by jury, and you can have a trial before the court, which is me. You have the right to remain silent. You do not have to testify in this case against yourself. It is the state's burden to prove their case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. As you sit there today, you are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Okay. I'm not sure if I told you if you had a right to an attorney, but you do have the right to an attorney. An attorney can help you understand the law, can help you make decisions regarding your case, and can help you understand procedure. If you choose to go forward without a lawyer, I have no choice but to hold you to the same standard as if you were an attorney. You understand these rights?
Yes.
Okay. Also, because you're being charged with assault by contact, family violence, there's some additional admonishment that I need to give you. If you are convicted of a misdemeanor offense involving violence where you are or were a spouse, intimate partner, parent, or guardian of the victim, or are or were involved in another similar relationship with the victim, it may be unlawful for you to possess or purchase a firearm, including a handgun or long gun or ammunition pursuant to federal law under 18 U.S.C. Section 922G9 or Section 46.04B of the Texas Penal Code. If you have any questions whether these laws make it illegal for you to possess or purchase a firearm, you should consult an attorney. Do you understand this?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Flores, you're going to have three choices when I ask you how do you plead. You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. A plea of guilty and a plea of no contest are essentially the same thing. If you plead no contest, you're just telling the court that you're not contesting the charges. Basically, you're telling the court you're not saying you did it, you're not saying you didn't do it, you're just not contesting the charges. So if you plead guilty or not guilty, or no contest, the next thing will be sentencing, what I'm going to do as punishment. If you plead not guilty, then you are going to be set for a pretrial conference where you will have an ability to speak to the prosecutor. This prosecutor is the individual who represents the state of Texas. He's the one bringing the charges on behalf of the state of Texas. You can talk to the prosecutor regarding facts of the case. If you want to present evidence that you feel shows that you are innocent, it's the prosecutor who's able to negotiate a plea bargain with you or dismiss the case if he feels that it's warranted, okay? If you're unable to come to an agreement with the prosecutor, you will then be set for a trial where we will have a trial on the facts of the case, and it'll be in front of a jury or it'll be in front of me. It's going to be your choice. Do you understand this?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Flores. You are charged with the offense of assault, contact, family violence alleged to have occurred on or about April 12th, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, where the alleged victim is Sabrina Marie Flores. Do you understand what you're being charged with?
Yes.
Okay. As to the charge of assault family violence alleged to have occurred on or about April 12th, 2020 in Robstown, Nueces County, Texas, as to that charge, how do you plead?
No contest.
The court will accept your plea of no contest. Ms. Flores, who is Sabrina Flores?
My sister.
So do y'all live in the same household?
No, she lives in Houston.
Okay. So you shouldn't really have much contact with her on an everyday basis. Is that correct?
No, she was here a little while ago, but things are fine.
Things are fine?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she has one on her too. Okay, it's my understanding that I guess your sister has a case against you also.
Yes.
Now, let me ask you this. Y'all are sisters. Has this ever happened before?
No.
Case? No?
Mm-mm.
Now, does your sister, do you know if your sister wants to pursue charges against you? And do you want to pursue charges against her?
No. Mm-mm.
Because there is what's called an affidavit of non-prosecution where you come sign saying you don't want to pursue the charges. And if your sister feels the same way, that is something y'all can do. You would have to change your plea to not guilty to give you some time to do that. But if that is something that you think you want to pursue, I will allow you to do that.
Yeah, I can do that.
So do you want to change your plea to not guilty?
Yes.
Then the court is going to change your plea to not guilty. You're still going to receive a notice in the mail for a pretrial, but if you'll contact the court, we can provide you with the forms regarding the affidavit of non-prosecution if that's what you and your sister want to do. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if you have to have a trial, do you want to have it before the court or before a jury? The court would be me. The court would be me. I would listen to the case. If not, it's going to be 6 people from the community listening to the case.
Oh, okay. Before the court.
Okay. Okay, Ms. Flores, somebody will call you here shortly with further instructions, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, the time is 11:07 and we are off the record.